Hello children, welcome to the online Edu classes. So today we are going to read about lesson 4, Electoral Politics part 2. After this chapter, children, you will be able to recognize the significance of election commission, be sensitive to the existing malpractices in our electoral system. The topics we will cover in this video are what makes election in India democratic, challenges to free and fair elections. Now, let us discuss about what makes elections in India democratic. First, Independent Election Commission. Second, popular participation. Third, acceptance of election outcome. Let us discuss one by one. First, Independent Election Commission. One simple way of checking whether elections are fair or not is to look at who conducts the election. Are they independent of the government? Do they have enough powers? In our country, elections are conducted by an independent and a very powerful election commission. Chief Election Commissioner is appointed by the President of India, but Chief Election Commissioner is not answerable to the President or the government. Now, let us understand the power of the Election Commission. Election Commission takes decision on every aspect of conduct and control of election. Second, it implements the code of conduct and punishes for its violation. Third, during election period, Election Commission can order the government to follow some guidelines, to prevent misuse of power by the government, or to transfer some government officials. When on election duty, government officers work under the control of the Election Commission. A repoll can also be ordered by the Election Commission if it feels that polling was not fair at a particular booth or an entire constituency. Second is popular participation. Another way to check whether the elections are democratic or not is to observe the people's participation. If people think that election process is not fair or free, they will discontinue to participate in the election process. Voter turnout figures determine the extent of people's participation in the elections. Compared to North America and Europe, where the turnout has declined over the last 50 years, the figures for India either stayed stable or increased. Compared to the USA, where the richer and the white people vote the most, in India, the majority of the voters are the poor, underprivileged, and the illiterate people. Do you think your vote makes a difference? Common people in India attach a lot of importance to elections. They believe that by doing so, they can bring pressure on political parties to adopt policies favorable to them. Those who participated in any election-related activity in India, the interest of voters in election-related activities has been increasing over the years. For example, 1 of every 7 voters is a member of a political party. During 2004 elections, more than 1/3 voters took part in a campaign-related activities. Third, acceptance of election outcome. One final test of the free and fairness of election has in the outcome itself. If elections are not free or fair, the outcome always favors the powerful. In such a situation, the ruling parties do not lose elections. Usually, the losing party does not accept the outcome of a rigged election. Thus, by applying the above mentioned test, we can check whether the elections of any particular country are democratic or not. Now let us discuss about the challenges to free and fair elections. First, unfair advantage to candidate with lot of money. In some parts of the country, candidates with criminal connections push others out and secure a ticket for themselves. Third, some families tend to dominate political parties. Fourth, very often elections offer very little choice to people because of similarity of policies. Fifth, smaller parties and independent candidates suffer disadvantage compared to a bigger party. These challenges exist not just in India, but also in many established democracies. These deeper issues area matter of concern for those who believe in democracy. That is why citizens, social activists, and organizations have been demanding reforms in our electoral system. Keeping in mind the challenges to the free and fair elections, the necessary reforms must be brought about in the election process. Some of the suggestions are state funding of the elections so as to control the flow of illegal money in the elections, strict actions against those involved in election offences such as booth capturing, rigging, corruption, etc. Booth capturing means supporters or hired musclemen of party or a candidate gain physical control of a polling booth and cast false votes by threatening everyone. Rigging means fraud and malpractices indulged by a party or candidate to increase its votes. It includes stuffing ballot boxes by a few persons, using the votes of others, recording multiple votes by the same person, and bribing or coercing polling officers, etc. All efforts must be adopted to keep the public informed and aware so that they can take an informed decision. Thank you, children, and we will meet in the next video. Bye.